Perfect. Okay, everyone. So, hey, Nick, do you want to give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Beautiful. Alrighty. So, welcome everybody to tonight. I'm so glad you're here because, it is a long weekend over here on the Western Island. It may also be one on our Eastern counterparts as well. But one thing I do know that if you've taken the time to come and join us, then you're really serious in wanting to learn more about what's happening out in the community and maybe seeing an opportunity for yourselves too. And that makes me really, really happy about that because sharing goodness is probably the most honourable thing that you can ever do. And I know that when I wake up in the mornings, I just can't wait, to experience who I'm going to speak to. So with that, welcome to Healthy Active Lifestyle. Quickly about me, well, pictures tell 1,000 words, and there's the picture right there. And best part, of course, is having dropped over 30 kilos and bulk centimetres, have been able to keep that off, maintain it, reshape, and do all sorts of things over the last 14 years. And more importantly, engage into better food eating, better food choices, bringing that movement on board as well, which was something that I really didn't even ever think about, and losing a filthy bad attitude. And of course, I love the photo that I'm standing in front of with a couple of friends in the middle because, when you actually can put clothes on from your wardrobe and you don't have to do 100 changes just before you can go out somewhere, and you may have all experienced that, I'm not sure. But when you can put something on and you're happy with it and you feel good, you look good, you feel like you have just won the Logie, right? And that's why I love that picture. The best part, of course, for me as well is that you're able to pass goodness on to the people that you love the most, which is, for me, my Herbalife family, but also my real family as well, as in, the family that you don't get to choose. But you can actually pass that on. And, that's really cool indeed, because if you think about it, statistics are quite alarming now. And, we're coming up to the generation where that generation's actually going to be burying its children because we're in such a dire obesity epidemic. So being able to share that goodness is exemplary. So now, what I really want to head towards, and did I say my name was Agi Moy? I think I forgot to say that. But where I really want to head right now is I want to head to something that makes me so proud, something that almost brings tears to my eyes of joy when I think about this lady. And she's become a really dear friend to me. And we're not the age difference that she could be my mother, but if I could have my mother back, she's somebody that I would pick as my mum. And it gives me the greatest pleasure, and we're hoping that I've unmuted her. I hope she can speak. But it gives me the greatest pleasure to introduce a lady that lives in the Upper Hunter of Scone, Bettina Cummins, and Bettina is 76 years young. So I'm wondering, are you able to talk, Bettina? Have we been able to get your sound system going? I've unmuted you. Do you think you can just talk into your computer? If I don't hear anything, I'm going to have to share your story, which I would love you to share. We're going to have to get you all modern. Okay, so number one, I'm so proud of Bettina because she tries, and I know that, she really wanted to be on this call because she came around and, I even had a look at what she was wearing, and she even got all dressed up for the call, which is just fantastic. So Bettina actually started on Herbalife Nutrition. As you can see, that's where she was her largest. And that picture, if the other picture wasn't covering it, you could see was taken in January 2013. And she started on a walk fit with me, actually, the exercise part first, the 22nd of May 2013. And, you know, she was tipping at 90 kilos. Even there in January, she was even more than that. And then she also got started onto her nutritional program. Now, I want everyone to listen up. This is really special. Bettina has worked all her life really, really hard. She's a pensioner, and she makes the choice every single week to do a consumer spending shift and buy her good nutrition and replace that with the foods that she was eating to keep her that size that she was. I reckon that's absolutely phenomenal. And she consumes the products like her life depends upon it. And I can tell you, I'm sure at that stage it did. So she's actually come down over this time 9.5 kilos, which you might say, wow. But the reality is, over these last 4 years, all of her friends have been putting on 5 to 7 kilos a year, right? And she's maintained that loss of nearly 10 kilos, as well as 45 centimeters of body fat. But here's the part that really, really, really I just get so bound up about, is that she started with a metabolic age of 87 years, and now she's down to 79. And so she just scored herself nearly 10 years of extra life. And that's what that means. We're continually working on the hydration. So that middle picture is part of her journey. And that end picture with all those dogs was a picture that was taken this morning. And you can see for yourself the massive difference. But have a look at also, she loves the skin products, the outer nutrition. And have a look over these last 4 years how much younger Bettina looks now compared to what she looked in 2013. And, you know, what really prompted me to invite her on this evening was that we stopped to talk to some of her friends. We walk most mornings, and, you know, this is what's really helped with the knee replacements as well. But we stopped to talk to some of her friends, and I went, wow, there's absolutely zero comparison. Like, you should be so proud of yourself. You look amazing, you know, in comparison to your friends that haven't really quite got the gist of that nutrition, right? So as you can see on the title there, she's a qualified producer. She purchases her products at a 42% discount because she has accumulated her products for her own consumption at that rate. And I'm just so excited because come Christmas time, she'll actually be on a 50% discount, and that's going to make such a huge difference again, you know, to her budgeting. I don't know what more to say, Bettina. I'm sorry you can't speak. I hope you can hear me. But as I said, I'm just so proud and just so honoured. And if I could pick my mum, it would be you. We have the best chats, the best walks, and the best talks. So thank you so much, but we'll get your technology going. I'm so proud that you've even tried. You know, she scanned all these pictures herself, and she was able to send them on an email, which I reckon that blows my mind, being 76 years young. Okay. Alrighty. So now we move over to one of the farmost islands of Australia. I think they call that New Zealand. And over in Auckland, my dear, dear, dear friend, Nikki Prescott, I really want to introduce you, and I'd love you to tell everyone your story. Let's see. Do you need me to unmute you?
No.
Oops.
Oh, now you've muted me.
No,
cool.
You're good.
Hi, everyone. Oh, well, I'm Nikki. So before Herbalife, I was overweight and bloated, as you can see in the left-hand side there. I've lost a total of 20 kilos, fitter, faster, and stronger than I was in my teens. That's me at the gym this morning, pulling 55 kilos. I just can't believe it. I'm 85 kilos, and that's 55. I always say to them, that's just about my weight, so I'll get there. So, yeah, that's all to do with the products. I have more energy, so I go to the gym most days, probably 5 to 6 times a week, plus I work full time, and plus I do Herbalife. So if I didn't have the products, I certainly wouldn't be able to do all that. I love the opportunities Herbalife gives us. We qualified for a vacation last year to Queenstown, somewhere where I've never been, and was so grateful to go to. Herbalife paid for it all, and this year to Surfers Paradise. So that's mainly just retailing the products, talking to people, and sharing the products every time I can. These pictures here mean a lot to me. Thailand, we've been to Las Vegas. That one's at the Grand Canyon. And that was our beautiful team in Rotorua, and Nuggie came over, so that was lovely. But yeah, so you just get lots of opportunities with Herbalife, which is really cool. And what else have I got to say? That's about me, really.
Okay, so I can see one of the pictures there, which is so exciting. There's a lady there called Betsy, right? And in that photo.
Yeah.
And this is the world of, sharing, and the world of giving, and, paying forward, because Betsy is in your life currently, which is so exciting. And you guys are about to impact a whole community that Betsy is involved with. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, just never give up on people. I just keep in contact with people constantly. Betsy is, I used to be in business with her before Herbalife, actually. So she absolutely loves the products, shares them with other people. But the more recent thing is we're going to do a healthy breakfast in her workplace of 170 people. She works at St. John's, and that's not all the people she can impact, because across the road they've got another place that do the 111 calls, and so if that place does it, the other one's going to follow. So really exciting to have that opportunity with a friend. So yeah, and there's another lady in there, Faith, actually. She's always on and off. She's pregnant at the moment, and I know when she has her baby she'll be back into it. So just your journey on Herbalife, it's always really cool, because people come in and out of your life, and it's just not the right timing sometimes. So just keep with it.
And would it be correct to say that with these people, they've really developed into like your family? People that maybe you didn't know prior, but they become your family through Herbalife?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I've got Amy on the call here. She's part of my family. I've never even met her yet, but it's like I've known her all my life. So, I'm in contact with her every day, and they definitely become part of your family. So.
Yeah, totally. And I know too with Amy, I've got to know her so well through that mind, body and soul challenge that we have, that I feel like I actually really, really have met her, put my arms around her, and do know her. And I cannot, Amy, I cannot wait for the day that I actually do get to meet you. And I have a feeling that might be really soon, coming up in February next year. So I am just absolutely spellbound by your results as well, and what you've achieved. And I just can't wait to give you the biggest hug personally. But yeah, people do become family, and it's really, really cool. So with that, Nikki, that's enabled you also to generate a really great part-time income. So what I love about that too is that we all have our own individual goals. And, I know there's been often occasion where you've made anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000 a month. Now, if people really think about this seriously, that's a mortgage repayment, that's, an extra car, that's sending your kids to private school tuition, that's, helping your grandchildren exponentially, with some sort of an account that builds until they're 21. Whatever the deal may be for you, there's definitely, and giving back as well. Herbalife gives us the opportunity to give back to like our family foundation, or go and create a foundation, or whatever you want to do, so it's true that the more income that you have, or the more wealth that you can accumulate, it enables you to do more things for other people, and I just find that amazing, like paying back, or paying forward, I should say, really.
Yeah, Our biggest month has been 7,000 actually. So that's in one
Wow.
month.
And just that's mind blowing. And then while I've got you here, there is something that you do get involved with, which is very much paying forward. Can you just tell us a little bit about what's going to happen in February for you and Wayne?
So every year, this is going to be our fourth or fifth, I can't even remember, fourth year. We've raised over 200,000 in the last, this is going to be our fifth year. So we've raised 200,000 in the last 4 years for the Herbalife Family Foundation. Wayne rides his bike and I'm the support person. He rides 830 kilometres from Torquay, which is a little beachside place near Melbourne, right across to Adelaide. And we do that with a lot of Herbalife people, and it's just the most rewarding thing that I've ever done in my life. And Wayne, we absolutely love it. And so we're there to raise, our goal this month, this year is, I think it's 200,000. So looking forward to cracking that.
Wow. So, see, there's just so much opportunity. So it's so much more. The community offers so much that, it's not just about us personally, but how it impacts, many, many communities. So, and the great thing about the Family Foundation, the Herbalife Family Foundation, that every cent given to that goes to the people in need, the children in need, the disaster relief. Herbalife picks up every bit of administration, so every single cent goes to where you think it is going to go to. So again, amazing. Thanks, Nikki. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks.
Okay. And don't want to, rabbit on too much, but it is the lifestyle. And there was something when I got started, I didn't get started for the product. I got started because I wanted to make some extra income. And with that, that's exactly what did happen. So just following one foot in front of the other, first of all, getting started with the product, even before I got results, even just with that initial energy shift, just listening, going to trainings, going to anything that I could where I could develop and hone in some skills. And then, of course, there was people that wanted to know what I was doing with the energy levels, why was I looking different as far as attitude and energy. And then I was able to help those people. And really, because I was in such a desperate situation, coming off a rural property that was failing very quickly through bad management and drought, it was incredibly important that I did get going. And because of that, I was always finding every way I possibly could to be able to talk to people inside the community. And in that first 90 days, of actually real focus, consistency, I brought on board 45 clients, and that actually set up my entire business. It really did, because a lot of that today can be stemmed back and drawn back to those original clients. So it's amazing, and with that, it brought $2,000 of income, and that was more than we were ever going to make off the farm at that stage. And of course, and so it goes on. So really, it's not always just about the money. It's the things that you get to do with people as well. And, so this is, I would just put this up because this was our latest little travels. We're off again on Friday to a fully paid vacation in Bali. So Herbalife rewards us really well, both with income, both with lifestyle. You get to meet the coolest people. You get to hang out with the coolest people. These were our guest speakers at our last event that was in Brisbane. And there's a photo there of somebody I got to connect with, which is Terry. I knew Terry 10 years ago, and I was just so happy that she wanted to get back onto the product and to share the products with other people. I'm so excited for her because she herself, is helping over 8 people at the moment inside her community, and she herself, is knocking out some really good goals for herself. So it's really, really cool. I love it. I love every part of the business. And just back with that, You know, I do work the business full time. My income has never dropped below $10,000 per month. And depending upon how much you work and how much you impact inside your community and what's happening at the time, my income has been as high as $40,000 per month. And so, you know, it really depends upon what you're going for and what you're looking for, right? So be the brand. That's the first thing that everyone can recommend to you. Be the brand. And the brand is, you know, just falling in love with the products, falling in love with the company, and just falling in love with the whole concept of what Herbalife does for so many millions of people. And be proud. So we have this philosophy, 80% nutrition, 20% exercise, and a whole lot of mindset and gratitude, 100%, because we know it's up here. And when you get clear up there, everything, you attract just the best stuff, right? It is all about mind. Your mind is very powerful. Your body doesn't stop. It's your mind that stops, right? So our personalized programs and our active community events, our nutrition programs are actually just nutrient support to balanced whole food eating is what it is. So we really do promote, you know, clean, healthy, whole food eating. And of course, you know, we have cheat days too, but, you know, we're primarily looking at clean food as opposed to takeaway and packaged food and things with lots of preservatives and additives. You know, we can help you feel amazing 24/7, regardless of what your goal may be, and you're given access to lots of really cool stuff, right? Absolutely. And we do like to focus a lot on that personal development as well. And if you don't have something, we have online as well as live. And you really need to ask your coach what's the closest thing to you that's live as well. And, you know, if you don't have something, well, you can go and create it. So this is Excellence in Science. There's 36 PhDs. It's just a snapshot of some incredible scientists and doctors that work exclusively on the board for Herbalife. Now, I always say this, and I'm always going to say it because it's so important. To have picked up a Nobel laureate prize, you have to have changed the course or the history in some way of the world. And that's what we've got with Dr. Louis Signara with circulation. And he does work exclusively for Herbalife. So that's the only person that I know that's ever won a Nobel laureate prize in medicine that is on any nutritional company board. Please have a look. You can go and research that on Herbalife nutritioninstitute.com. Go check that out. Why have we partnered with Herbalife? It just makes sense. Been in business since 1980, open in 95 countries. You can read all that. But the big one right there is we're built on a wellness coach to client basis. We actually care about results in the marketplace more so than selling product. So it is all about results, and it is all about being, you know, wanting to know how your clients are doing. Are they getting results? Are they happy? If not, can we alter that in any way? Maybe not, but can we try, you know? So it is really, really important to us developing that relationship that Nikki was talking about as well. Please do this. Go on to herbalifesports.com and have a look at for yourself the caliber of athletes who are consuming the Herbalife product for the winning edge. It's not blanket sponsorship. They're consuming the products for the winning edge. You'd know this guy, right? You'd have to know this guy. Okay, so he's been on Herbalife products for quite a few years before he started being the best footballer in the world. So this is where we're different. And I'm going to roll all this out. So this is your traditional marketing or your traditional business. And this is where your dollars are going, guys, when you're talking about a traditional business and a traditional product that you buy from a store. You're paying for the advertising, the product, the import and export duties, the wholesaling, the sales rep that sells to the retail store and eventually to the client, right? And when was the last time anybody ever called you about anything? Yeah, that's right. Recently, Telstra is sending you emails about how we're doing. And that's because, I don't know about you, but over here we're changing to NBN and they want to they want to keep all their clients, but that's about the only time. Here with Herbalife, though, we're person-to-person marketing. So you've got Herbalife, the company, and then you've got the member. So the member buys direct from Herbalife. So it's cutting out all that middle. And, of course, because of that, then the member has clients, and then the member is really, really effective in helping those clients. And it's a very, very personal relationship. It really is. But then there's the opportunity by the client sharing their story and how they feel about the product, and people asking the client how they feel about the product, that there is an opportunity for that client to become a member and they themselves buy direct from Herbalife, which is so cool. So Herbalife is not sold in shops, and I'm so glad for that, because if it were, then it'd be just like any other product that you walk in, pay the money, walk out, end of story. Nobody really cares, right? But consumers, customers, clients are rewarded for sharing their results, rewarded big time. And so it's high quality products at discounted prices, rewards for referrals, and that means there's an income opportunity for everyone as well, if you choose there to be. Like, it's just, all I wanted was to earn, a bit of extra money each week just to get us by with food. That's all I wanted. And just take a look at, the people that I've met, the family that I've now got that I never had before, and just all that opportunity. You don't really need to pay too much attention to the names down the side, but everything has a name. Of course it does, so we can distinguish. But on this slide, work with your coach to find out how much money or income do you actually need a month if you're wanting to generate some income from your results, right? So you make a decision what that is. Then you write down all your goals with your coach. So we have a lot of goals, not just financial, but social, physical, all sorts of goals. Write down your goals, and then together you will put a plan that's going to match the income in relation to the time that you need that income. It's quite easy to work out. It really is. It just takes for two people to sit down and work that out. So to create financial freedom, we do three things. We use the products, always working on our level 10, which means continually getting a result, right? That's important. I mean, to this day, even after 14 years coming up to 15, I can find all new funky ways to use the products in different ways to still get awesome different results. I reckon that's brilliant. We build a client base to the level of income that we look for each week, so cash flow, right? And then if we want to have a career level income, passive income, which means income coming in even when we're not currently working on that particular project. So it could be coming in while we're sleeping. It could be coming in 24/7. It's called passive income. We want to find somebody that also wants to help coach with us, right? And that wants to do number one and number two, and then also help other people. It's pretty simple. Keep it simple. Simple, but powerful. Where to from here? Well, if you haven't tried the product yet, highly recommend you get started on what we call a 3-day trial or a healthy breakfast. You're going to receive 6 vanilla shakes and, well, I think 9 servings of the instant beverage, but let's say 6. And that's the way that you're going to get started to familiarize yourself not only with the product, but with your coach to be able to work together. And also, you're going to get some banging results anyway, right? In the 3 days. We know that. First thing for me was energy 24 hours, and I'm pretty sure it possibly could be for you too. And then the best way is to then get onto a healthy breakfast pack, because this has got all the goodies that you need, not only to ensure antioxidants and cleaning your system, but to get some fabulous results, whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to gain lean muscle, or whether you just want to have a healthier lifestyle, okay? So if we have a look at the little chart, of course it's affordable for everyone. It's a consumer spending shift. It blows me away sometimes when I walk into a store and I see what it's going to cost that person next to me that's buying a muffin and a coffee. It's like, are you serious? Anyway, so it's like, gosh, I can't believe that. So not only are you paying $10, but you're also purchasing 1,000 calories. Go you. Like, seriously. Anyway, and you can tell, right? NRG Don Kai had bulk before I got on. It helps me. But all jokes aside, it truly is. And look, coming from me personally, right, the girl that was 34 kilos overweight, I can tell you right now, I was spending $20 a day just on garbage, right? Not including my breakfast and my lunch, which I wasn't eating. I was eating garbage by late afternoon into late evening, at least $20 back then, right? So I know exactly. And that wasn't even including fizzy drinks or any other form of drink that you might be having, because generally when you're that unfit, you're not sculling water, right? So that's the truth. So let's just take a look at this just for a moment. We've got what we call phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. I highly recommend that you sit down with your coach and take a look at this, because this is great retail profit, but also we're talking very minimal here on the right-hand side, because it doesn't account for clients who reordered their product either. And then we're also looking at just finding 3 people. That's all you got to do. Just find 3 people to find 3 people. And out of that phase 1, there'll be somebody who wants to do exactly what you do. Maybe not straight away, but they will come. Absolutely, they will come. And then once you start to build a little team as well, the figures on the right-hand side change dramatically, okay? But talk to your coach, because there's unlimited depth in this as well when you start talking about finding 3 people who find 3 people each, right? So it doesn't stop there, right? So those 3 people, if they found 3 people each, it can go unlimited. It's like a bucket that doesn't have a bottom on it, right? And it gets really, really, really exciting. I was only thinking today, Mel, that I do flyers with, and we're starting our little fit club. Like, if we take a look at the level or the depth, Mel is, I love her. She's in my team, but she's like 6 levels, after generation of me. So it's just amazing how it all forms up. You know what I mean? We're both as keen as anything. So it's really cool that we can team up and work together. It's awesome. So basically building a consumer group and becoming an ambassador. So find 3 people, and that'll enable you to actually have this incredible advantage of being able to become a member as well. And I'm sorry that we've lost that last slide. It's just that someone joined the call, and that's what happens. So, just becoming a member is really something that you should contact your coach. You have the ability to do that, and that's pretty exciting to then start your journey to better health, and also being able to impact, family, community, or people around you, or people long distance from you, or anybody that you can think of that you want to share happy and healthy with, because that's what we're really doing here, guys. We're making the world healthier and happier. And, I don't know anything better than that, truly. So let me just have a look. There was a couple of little comments that went down before we finish off. So from Amy to everyone, gorgeous Amy, huge congratulations, Nikki, Argie, and Bettina. You're all inspiring and can't wait to meet you in person. Well, hey, I'm asking Bettina to have a girls' weekend away in Adelaide as well. So that's really on the cards. It's a good job that she's on silent right now, right? Really soon, Wayne Henderson to everyone, Gee, he looks so much like me. I'm not really sure who he's talking about. Must be Ronaldo, is it? Okay, cool. Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to just take a look at unmuting everybody so we can actually...
I never lied.
So sweet.
There we go. A couple of conversations, but that's all good. So, Bettina, I suppose that you'd actually be able to say hello now. No, that's a little person. I can see you still there. I wish we could have heard from you, but we'll get that sorted and we'll hear from you another time. Everybody else have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much, Bettina, for trying your best. And Nikki, love you to pieces. And you go with that personal trainer because you already look heaps better than him. Maybe that's who Wayne was talking about. No, I don't think so. You look heaps better than your personal trainer.
Yeah. I know, I told you I would yesterday when I said I'll take a photo with him.
And Amy, I can't wait to give you a big hug. I'm really, really hoping that's in February. And with that, guys, unless anyone wants to say goodnight, thank you so much. Love you to pieces. Does anyone want to say see ya?
See you later, guys.
I say see ya.
Thank
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. Night.
Have a great night.
Bye.